And we are back in the realm of education. Remarkable developments are underway with the integration of augmented reality, better known as AR technology, right in the classroom. Snap Incorporated is collaborating with Inspirit to introduce immersive AR learning solutions to educational institutions with the aim of transforming the traditional learning experience and showcasing its positive impact. Joining us now and sharing for an insightful discussion are Sophia Dominguez, who's the Director of AR Platform Partnerships Ecosystem at Snap Incorporated. And then we've got Amrutha Vasan, who is the co-founder and CEO of Inspirit. And thank you both for joining us. And I'll start off a little bit with Amrutha. And there's this partnership between Snap and then also Inspirit. Let's get to the background. How did this partnership come about?
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. I was just going to say that we're really excited to work with Snap to bring their AR technology to the classroom. And I'd love to just ask Sophia a little bit about this, just given why Snap is choosing to venture into education.
Yeah, so at Snap, we felt very passionately about Inspirit's mission of making STEM and STEM learning more interactive and engaging. So augmented reality is already being used to enhance communication and creativity. We just believe it has so much potential for education. So this partnership is a really exciting step forward to prove how AR can be beneficial for learning.
Yeah. And when we talk about AI being beneficial for learning, I want to talk a little bit more, Sophia, about this, because how can students actually, benefit in their environments through augmented reality?
Yeah, it's a great question. So augmented reality can help simplify complex concepts like math and science lessons by creating hands-on learning experiences without blocking out the real world. So whether students are learning from the classroom or at home.
Yeah. And Ruth, we know that there's going to be some curriculum coming to students next year. So how does this AR, curriculum fit in the future, and what are we going to see in the classroom?
Yeah, so AR is an extremely powerful learning tool. And so we actually conducted a case study through our research at Stanford University to measure the impact of AR in the classroom using an interactive AR geometry curriculum that we had built for middle school students. And so we actually worked directly with educators to develop this interactive AR curriculum to ensure that it drove real student outcomes. And we had the students basically learning how to calculate the volume of a cylinder, calculate the volume of a sphere, and then they would take those skills and then build an interactive rocket and launch it in AR. And so we found that these experiences actually increased student engagement by 50%. And the students also believed that it improved their memory and their knowledge retention in these complex topics.
Yeah, I want to take two words that we hear a lot. That is experiential learning. And when we talk about experiential learning, first give me a little bit of a breakdown, and then talk to me about how this is really impacting through XR experiences. And it's a little complex, but I'm sure most of us can get a pretty down-to-earth answer here.
Yeah, so experiential learning is exactly what it is, right? You're trying to give yourself experiences to actually learn a concept. And so a way that many schools do it today is they take you on a field trip, right? If you're learning about nature, they take you to a park, they show you what a tree actually looks like, they show you the leaves. Now, the cool thing about XR, XR is extended reality. So we're extending your reality, right? So what we're doing is there are probably things that are impossible to do in the real world. They're too dangerous, they're too expensive, or it's just impossible, right? And so what we do is we create these experiences that students can use to learn these complex topics. And a lot of STEM topics get complicated pretty quickly. So students can use these XR tools in the classroom to actually help them on their homework assignments or their worksheets or even for test prep to make sure that they really understand what they're learning.
Yeah, and there is an innovative learning hub that bridges the gap between students' comprehension as well as engagement. Talk to me about this here, because I want to talk a little bit about this learning hub, and you can share more.
Yeah, so the Innovative Learning Hub is actually a combination of VR, virtual reality, web experiences, and AR. So we work across multiple platforms, and we work with whatever devices the students happen to have or the schools happen to have. And so what we see is students get to immerse themselves in different roles and in different worlds, basically. And so this actually improves their confidence in the subject. It also improves their engagement. And by giving them these interactive experiences once in a while throughout their curriculum, it actually motivates them to go back and study the material and, actually motivates them in STEM as well. So what we see is students that are not great at STEM, students that are average, are now motivated to potentially even pursue a STEM career or to pursue something else within this field.
And Sophia, I know that more and more students are really gravitating towards. We talked a little bit about AI in the previous segment, but now talk about augmented reality. You got to see more and more people gravitating to wanting to know more about AR.
Yeah, and obviously artificial intelligence is also a huge market, and that's something that we're also incorporating into our AR technologies. We have a few generative AI announcements to come in about a few weeks at our annual developer event, which is called LensFest. And so you'll start to see more of these AI and AR worlds start to combine, and we'll use AI to really make it easier for people around the world to more easily create AR experiences and then also interact with them.
Yeah. And Sophia, I mean, it's really revolutionizes a child's life. I mean, to really go into augmented reality, to have the opportunity to learn more about it, and then to apply it. I mean, when we look about a child's a youth's experience, you got to say this is something that's going to take them way into the future.
Totally. And I think the feedback that we've been receiving from students that was highlighted in the case study that Amrutha covered before, it just, even one quote from one of the students said that they felt that they learned better by observing instead of reading. And so this is really the future, and we're very excited to work with Inspirit on this and really bring the future of education into AR.
Yeah. And so where do we get more information?
Yeah, you can head over to inspiritvr.com for more info, and you can also download a demo and try out these experiences that we've been talking about today.
Well, that's awesome. I want to thank you both for sharing with us, and certainly when we talked in the previous segment about AI, now we're at AR, and people just got to get in where they fit in and jump in here because there's so much out there, and we want people to become so connected to what's out there that they can be able to prosper. Thank you both for sharing with us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
All righty. Well, again, if you want more information, visit the website at inspiritvr.com, and we encourage you, don't go anywhere. We're coming back with more Open right after this.